Building a website has never been this easy because today I'm going to be teaching you how to use one of the most intuitive and easiest softwares out there in order to create a website without any coding knowledge needed. It is called Webflow. It is a website building platform that allows you to design, build, and launch custom websites without you needing to know how to write even one line of code. This interface is a drag and drop interface, so it is very intuitive and very easy to understand, and it automatically generates the HTML and JavaScript code needed to build a website. I'm gonna be making two tutorials about this software. The first one is gonna focus on the basic stuff, how to get a handle of how to use Webflow, and on the second part I'm gonna be diving deeper into some more in-depth functionalities that the software has to offer. Hello everyone, my name is Santiago. Welcome back to the channel. I'm very glad you're back here seeing another tutorial. So without further ado, let's get started with Webflow. I'm gonna make my face disappear so you can see my screen. See you guys at the end. So I'm gonna start by creating an account in Webflow. You can write any name you want for your first account in Webflow. It is gonna ask you the purpose of your website building. I'm gonna say that it's for myself. I'm not a student. Let's say we want to create a blog and we don't want to hire anyone to help build our site. Let's just click on finish. Right off the bat, we can use the AI to help us build a website. We can use templates or we can start with a blank site. Let's use some templates so we can further navigate some of the functions that Webflow has to offer. I like this one right here. Let's select that one. We can name our website any way we want and let's create it. So this is the template that Webflow creates. We have a bunch of different tools that we can go over so you can better understand how the interface works. First of all, there is a plus sign right here on the top left where you can click and add different elements to your page. We can, for example, add sections. Sections are used to create separate blocks of content and divide the page into meaningful segments. They have a width of 100% of the web page, so you can separate the different elements of your web page. This is a section right here, this long bar. We can also add containers. If we click on this plus sign right here, containers are used to keep your content centered and legible across the breakpoints, and it helps you keep your content centered and more organized. This whole block is a container, as you see right here. This other block is a container, so you can just create a container and drag and drop your text inside of it. Let's just create a new container right here. This is the new one. If I just use this text and drag it inside of the container, it's gonna be more centered and organized. And you can see right here that this paragraph is now inside of this container. You can create as much containers and sections you want in order for you to organize your web page just exactly how you want it. And right here on the right, we have some different tools in order to further edit all of the elements. For example, if we want this container to be a bit to the right, we just move this arrow like so. You can use the padding right here and the margin in order for you to move all of the elements any way you want it. Let's just go back. You can also change the font of all of the different parts of the web page. You can change the weight of the font. You can change the size, the color, all of the stuff regarding fonts. You can also add backgrounds to the different parts of the website, to the different elements. Right here is transparent, but if we choose a color, let's say red like that, this container is gonna have that color. You can add different effects to the different elements of the web page. And all in all, it is a very comprehensive tool in order for you to really get into the nitty-gritty of how you want your web page to be built. Some of the other elements that you can insert are headings. For example, if you want a new heading right here, a big heading, if you want to change where the heading is located, you just drag and drop it any way you want. Right now it's in the very top of our web page. You can also add paragraphs. And as I was telling you, if you create a container and you drag this paragraph inside of it, it's going to be more organized and more centered. We could add the heading to a container as well, so it's a bit more centered. If you create a form block like this one that I've just created with the plus sign, once you created the form, you can create different elements inside of it. For example, we can create buttons. So let's say we want to create a form button. is gonna be like this one. And if we click on edit, we can go to the settings and add, for example, an ID for the linking and add an action. For example, if we click on this button, it's gonna take us somewhere, or it's gonna take us to a different part of the web page, and so on. Right here on the top, we can also change the view of our website. Right now we're on the desktop view, but if we wanna check how it would be on a tablet, we can click that option right there, or on mobile, horizontal orientation, or mobile if it is on vertical orientation. As you see, Webflow adapts really quickly with the responsive design. If you change the viewpoint from mobile to desktop, the text is gonna automatically adapt, as well as the images and all of the elements, so none of it is out of bounds. The responsive design also allows that if the website is made smaller or bigger, the text is gonna adapt and the images are gonna adapt as well. It adapts on the orientation and the different sizes of different screens. Webflow is built on the idea that everything on the web is based on box models. That is the way that it is structured. As you see right here, everything is a box. Some of them are larger, some of them are taller, but all of the different elements on the web are boxes. The box design correlates to the responsive design that I was telling you before, and it allows all of the elements to be organized in a better manner. Once we're done, we can go back to the dashboard and we have our website right here. We can create a new one. For example, if you want to create one with AI, you can specify if it is a personal project or a business. Let's say that is our first website, and let's say that I want to showcase my portfolio in this website. We can choose from different themes. I'm just gonna leave all of them like that and see what the AI generates. So this is the website that Webflow created using the AI tool. It created some images for us to show our portfolio. Right now we're looking at the mobile landscape point of view. This would be the desktop point of view. As you see, it added a lot of images, a lot of buttons. It created all of the text for us to edit and further pinpoint where we want our website to go. But as you see, it does a really good job and it's really fast. It took just a couple of minutes to create all of this information for us to edit further. And we have all of the different parts right here on the left for us to play around with. For example, if we want the buttons to look a bit different, we could select this option right here, change the colors, and the buttons are gonna be changed automatically on the website. Those are some of the basic functions of Webflow. As you see, creating a website is really easy. You don't need to know any coding at all to create the website. You can create a portfolio, you can create a website for your business, you can create a bunch of different websites for a bunch of different purposes. As I was telling you in the beginning, this is just the first part of the tutorial. In the second part, we're gonna be diving deeper into some of the more complex and in-depth functionalities that Webflow has to offer. And once again, if you wanna use the paid version, there are some affiliate links on the description down below for you to get even more out of this amazing website and this amazing software. Once again, my name is Santiago. I really hope this tutorial was helpful. I want to read all of your comments down below and see you guys on the second part of the tutorial. Bye bye.